Okay, so let's continue with where we are. So yesterday we were looking at how to analyze the data, and we want to continue from there. Now we would take a case study with the same data set and then have a look at it. So we have a case study. The link is also in the description where you can download it and then have a look at it. It's a case study given to us, and then we have to analyze it. And this is the case study. It's for the same data set. This is a case study. Accidents analysis for the Ministry of Transport. So we have been tasked by the Ministry of Transport to do a comprehensive analysis of road data. So this is what the Ministry of Transport seeks: a comprehensive analysis of accident data to gain insight and improve road safety measures. They are particularly interested in understanding casualty patterns based on various factors. Okay, so they are particularly interested in understanding casualty patterns based on various factors. The key areas of investigation include: the first one is casualties by accident severity and vehicle type. So they want to know what is the total number of casualties following accidents, and how do they vary by severity. And then additionally, they also want to know which vehicle type is associated with the maximum number of casualties. So when we take all the vehicles in the data set, they want to know which of the vehicles that when they involve in an accident, the casualties is high. So that is, we have different types of vehicles. And then they also want to look at casualties by vehicle type. What is the distribution of total casualties across different vehicle types, and how do they compare? They also want to look at the monthly accident trend. That is, how does the number of accidents in the current year compare to the previous year on a monthly basis. And then the fourth one is maximum casualties by road type. What road types have the highest number of casualties? And then the fifth one, casualties by road they were interested in, and then want to us to help them investigate. And our main goal over here is to be able to come out with a comprehensive report for them, or be able to develop, yes, a comprehensive analysis, that is a dashboard, for them to be able to see what is happening. For these people, most of them are not they don't have any knowledge in data analysis. So instead of presenting just a mere figure for them, it will be very difficult for them to understand the mere figures that we be quoting to them. However, if we are able to present this in an interactive way, they can be able to interact with visuals, that is pictures that they see, and be able to make informed decisions. So that is our goal here. Our goal is to develop a dashboard for them, and then you will use that, so that they will use that to make informed decision. Okay. So let's take our data set, which is also in the description and also in the comment section, and then we look at what is happening here. Now, this data we were using it yesterday and we clean it. So if you are joining us today, is the first time you are joining us, or you were not able to join us yesterday, or you not watched the yesterday's video, just all that you do here is that we clean this data set to make it good or ready for our analysis. Okay, we make it ready for our analysis, and then we added the month column and then the year column so that we can be able to do our analysis on. Now we have one here. Now because we want to let people that were not able to watch the yesterday's video to also follow everything over here, I'm going to delete this one and then we start all over again. So that I'll delete the analysis sheet so that we create new one. So we have the dashboard sheet will be there, and then we will have a new one. So let's go back to our data sheet. Now by that is the total number of casualties by severity and also that of the vehicle type. So the first thing I will do over here is I'm going to look out for the number of casualties here, and then I'll drag it to the value section of the pivot table. So instantly I get the total casualties. So this is the total number of casualties, but I want to look at it in terms of the severity, that's accident severity, and then I will drag the accident severity to the row section. So instantly I know what is happening here. So you can now see that these are the that is the sum of number of casualties by the severity. Okay, so now once I'm done with this, what I will do is that, because I will be using this to create a visualization, I want to do data extraction, so that I will extract it out of the pivot table so that it will be easy for me to use to do my analysis. Because I will link my analysis table to the dashboard, and then it will be easy for me to interact. And in that case, anytime a data is changed, the dashboard will also the dashboard will change accordingly to how the data is changed. So over here, I'm going to take it and then pick the data. That's how I do data extraction. So here I'm going to make it I'll just make it fatal casualties. I would go here and then I will extract this data. I'll use equal to, then get data from pivot table, and I'll click OK. So the others also I'll do equal to, and then the others are the sum of the two of them. So I'll add this one and then plus the second one. So that I'll get this data. Now I want to look at the percentage in terms with respect to the others. So here, all that I will do is that I will find the percentage of this one, and what I will do is I'll just divide it by the total of this one, and then I'll click OK. So I will just double click to duplicate them. So you can now see that when you look at the percentage in terms of others, it's the fatal casualties with respect to others. The fatal casualties are just get it equal to, and then the others are the sum of the two, that is the fatal plus the slides. Okay, then I'll look at their percentage. These are divided by the total, the sum of the all accidents, and then I'll come here. Once done, percentage, then one decimal place. I'll come to the slides. Slides casualties. So also get equal to, then I'll pick the data, and then equal to, get the first one plus the second one. So here, find the percentage with respect to the others. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'll try to do color coding. Just make it so that I can be able to see it easy. So let me just use the light now. The same thing here. Good. So now it's clear. I can now see their percentages and everything. So the next thing that I will look at is the casualties by vehicle type. So I look at the casualties by vehicle type. Okay. So what I will do is I'll just come here. I'll copy the same pivot table and then paste it here. And instead of the severity, I'll remove the severity from the row, drag it out, and then look at for vehicle type. Good. So I can now see that of the vehicle type. Okay. Now the vehicle type over here, you can see that there are many. You can see that we have many vehicle type. But when you look at it very well, they are similar, just that they just have a slight differences. So we want to compute it instead that they can all be put together. So that we have a fewer vehicles. For example, we can put all bus together. Bus is bus, whether mini bus or big bus is all bus. Motorcycle, every motorcycle is motorcycle. So in that order, okay. And then that of the other vehicles too, you want to put them together. The other vehicle, we have the raging horse, and you can also put all of them together. Now, in order to do that, you just need to click on the row label part in the pivot table. Then you come to the pivot table analyze. Once you are here, come to the field items and sets. Click on it and then choose calculated item, the calculated item. So once you click on calculated item, you will now come and choose a formula, calculate the item that you want. So the first thing that you need to do is that we want to make bus. Two of them, it has also sum their casualties together, and then the same buses are still inside, so it has changed the total casualties for us, which will not give us a good representation. So because they are doubling, they are now two times. So what we do is that we come to this area and then we will try to remove those ones, filter those bars outside again, so we don't need them again because we have already created a calculated item for them, which they are one. As soon as we do that, we are now back to the original total. You do the same thing for cars and then motor circle as well. So we have cars. So when you come here, you can see we have this car. So plus, and then there's also another car down. You have this taxi as well. So this taxi become. So this taxi is also another car. So you just add it. Then you click OK. Then you come and remove cars, any car that is inside. The two of them that we added. We now remove it. So we do same for motorcycle. So we have four motorcycle. We remove us them as well from our data set. Okay. Then you do that for van. We have this van. You put it together for van. You create it for as van. And then that of the goods, um, all right. So we now have this. So once we have this, we can now move on with our analysis. Now you can see that the total are still the same thing. Okay. So let's start by just putting some visualizations in. Okay. Here, let's use do not chart for the casualties so that we can see what is happening. So let's begin with this one. Then just do some small um, analysis over here. So you select this one, and then you go to the insert. So once you are here, we pick on the chart, and then we pick do not chart. Okay, so this is it. So let's just highlight it small. We don't need this one, so let's just delete it. You don't also need title, so let's delete it, and then let's resize it. You come back and come and use it later for all our analysis. So let's just put it there. So casualties, let's just put it on that. Let's do the same thing for this one. So the same do not chart again. Let's take away the labels. We don't need them. And then let's do for the slide as well. Okay, the trend of this one in monthly basis. Okay, because that's what the question was. That's what they are interested in. They are interested in the so you can see that now casualties by accident severity type and vehicle type. Okay. So we now look at the that of the accident. If you want to look at the severity, you want to use the vehicle or to analyze the vehicle and do a comparison analysis. You can do that with a chart, okay, like a bar chart. So, for example, if I want to use the bar chart over here, it means that I have to extract the data. So let's just do that and see. So let's say you have equal to, then we pick this one out. Okay. So once we pick this one, let's just see. Let's just drag it down. The whole of this, and then I'll come and pick this one to do that. So as soon as you do that, you should be able to replicate all of them. Okay. I don't want the ground. That's not what I want. So it's okay. So now I have this, and then I can just format this very well, both the headings. Now as soon as I do that, I'll select it and go for a chart to look at their representation. In the chart, I want to look out for maybe column chart. I want to use a column chart, and then I will do the normal column chart. Okay, let me just look out for one of these charts. So, and then we have it nicely. Okay, so what I will do is that go to I will filter. So I will filter in a what do you call it? In ascending order. I'll filter the value. Okay, so that you will have I'm not looking for top 10. With this. Alright. So I'll come and do the chart. You do chart editing later, where you do the editing very well and look at it in a proper way. Alright. So that is this one. Now let's copy the same pivot table again. Let's copy the pivot table once again. Let's copy this one and then replicate it down so that you can continue our analysis. So let me just put it somewhere here. Good. But this time around, so I'm sorry, I double click to create a new sheet. Alright, so this we have another pivot table here. Okay, so we need to create a new pivot table. Why is this not popular? Oh, sorry, my pivot table is not showing, but you can just always insert a new pivot table. So let me just open a new pivot table. I'll take it to. All right. So we have this one here, and then what we want to analyze over here is that we want to look at oh, filter filter by year. Then look out for the number of casualties. Okay. So here, this is what we have. So we can filter by year. So what I will do is that I will copy the same pivot table, okay, and create a new and just paste it here so that I can have another one. And this one, I'll select the one of the year, that's 2022. Okay. And then here, I'll select 2020. Now, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I want to extract the data separately so that I can get a table. And before I can do that, I need to make it separate, two separate things. If not that, I'll just extract only one of the date, the data, and then I can't extract the second year. So what I'll do is that here I'll have months, and I'll have 2021 casualties. Then the next one is 2022 casualties. So equal to pick this one, and instead of the January code, I'll pick the cell rather. This one equal to. Once I do that and I drag down, I should be able to capture everything over here. The same thing to that of the 2022 to this one. So and then I'll come and capture, delete this one, clear this, and then position this one. Once I do that, I should capture this one too. Alright, so this is the casualty by. So what I'll do is I'll just highlight it and make it nicely. I'll bold it. And now I have this one. I'll use it to draw another chart. Okay. So all these charts we are drawing, that is what we are going to use for our visualization. Okay. So this one is trend. I want to look at trend. So I'll use any of these 2D lines. I'll use a line chart. Okay. And then I'll remove these ones. Okay. So this is okay for now. We are going to edit it later. Okay. So take it and come and put it somewhere. Put it close. Alright. So this is what we have. Okay. So now we are getting all our charts one by one. Getting all our charts one by one. Now if you look at this thing again, if you look at the what they want to investigate. Okay, we now look at we've done this one, casualties by vehicle type, we have casualties by severity and vehicle type. Monthly trend, that is what we just did right now. So the monthly trend, if you look at it, you could see that the monthly trend, it's the 2022 is slightly down compared to that of the 2021. Okay, the accident rate, that the casualties rate is coming down gradually for that of the 2022. So this is how we move on. So the next thing that we look at is that when you check this one, it says that the fourth one says that maximum casualty by road type. Okay, casualties by road type. So we have to go back to our analysis and then go to our pivot table. So you can copy any of the pivot table here. You can just copy any of them. You can copy any of the pivot table. And then you will come down and come and paste. So here we are looking at vehicle type. Okay, so you can even search in the search box, and then you have vehicle type here. Drag it to the rules. Okay, so once you are here, just remove the severity. Okay. Oh, okay. We've already done that. The vehicle type. These are the vehicle type. We've already done that. So you have the the road type is the road type. So it's rather the road. We take it out. Then we look out for road. Can we put it here? So once we do that, we should have this. So it's telling us the road type, the casualties by the road type. You can see how it's doing. And this one too, we want to do a visualization. We want to visualize what is happening here as well. Okay. And we can do that by also a column chart. Okay. So to do that, you extract this particular data as well, so that we visualize by the road type, which road, and see with column. So what we are going to do here is so here our road type, and now say casualties. So here it's equal to, then I'll pick this one. Okay. Then I'll drag it down. And then I'll pick their corresponding casualties as well. Okay. Good. So once we have this, we can draw a chart with this one. Have a column chart with this. Let's see this column chart. Okay, so let's change the charts. Let's change these charts to this one, the same column chart, but then now let's use the horizontal bar. Okay, let's use the horizontal bar. Yeah, we are doing comparison. So this one, we are not really interested in this axis, so we just delete it, and then we delete this one as well. Yeah, that is. But here we will maintain this one because this is where we are interested. we want to look at what is actually happening over here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is what we also have here. So gradually you can see that we are having almost all our visualizations. Okay. We are having almost all our visualization pages. And then by the time we will be done with all this analysis, then our visuals are ready. We just need to combine them together to form our dashboard. Okay, so that is just that. And then we go back to this thing again. It says that casualties by road surface condition. Okay, road surface condition. Now, when you look at the data, and you check it very well, you can see that we have road surface inside. We have a place where they have a road surface condition, okay, where you have the dry, the wet, the frost, and then or ice, and so on and so forth. So that is what we want to look at. Okay, so that one too, you will copy this pivot table, then you come down and also paste it so that you can have. So with that, you remove the road type away, and then we have the road surface. So drag it inside. So this is what we have. Now, when you look at it, we can put it simple. We have the flood, the snow, the frost, the wet. We can put all of them together. So I can just put whether the snow and the frost together as one, the flood and then the wet also as one. Okay, and leave the blank as others. Okay, so for the others we don't know because it's just blank. There is nothing there. So it could be that they are different types of road surface that we don't know. So with that, we will just leave it out. So once we are here, you click on it again. We are going to do a calculated item again. Then you come here. So the first thing that we want to look at is we want to look at the snow or ice. Okay. So we want to look at the snow slash ice. The snow or ice. And we are going to add the frost or ice as one, and then the snow itself also as the next one. So once we do that, okay, then we come and remove it from it. We don't need it. We don't need the snow again, and then we don't also need the frost again. The next is we look at the we have the flood and then the wet. Okay, so here we just use the wet as one of them as the name, and then we pick the flood, then we add it to the wet itself. Then we say okay. Then we come in, when we are done, we remove the two of them from it. Alright. And then the next one is that we want to change this blank away. We don't want to be seeing blank. So you, instead of having the blank, you change it to others. Okay. So we just write others. And then this one is just only one. We are just going to use only the blank. And then we say okay. So once we are done, we come and remove it, the blank from inside. Because the blank is not a name. So if we use that as in our analysis, somebody may not understand what is there, what it means. But when we use others, it could mean something else. The person could understand, okay, so once it's others, it means something else. So once we are done, you do data extraction again. You come and extract the what we have over here. Okay. So we have the road surface, and then so we have road surface, and then their casualties. So once we have the equal to, then we pick this, and then you just drag it down. And then here too, you get data from pivot table. So by the way, if you are doing the get address, the get data from pivot table, yours is not coming. Don't worry, don't panic. All that you need to do is that once you are on the you click on the pivot table. Once you click on the pivot table, and then you come to pivot table analyze, just come and check this option. So once you are here, click on the options. Okay, once you click on the option, you should see get pivot data. If it is not checked, okay, just check it. Just click on it for it to check so that you can be able to use it. You see, I uncheck it, so it's no more there. So it means that if I try to use the get pivot data, I won't be able to use it again. So just click on it so that it will check. Once it is checked, you can be able to use it. So that is it. So we have these are our data for the road surface condition. So what we will do is that we just select all of them. Just select it, and then we will come and insert another chart. Okay, and with this one I want to insert a tree map. Okay, I want to insert a tree map, so I'll do this. I'll just pick this one. Okay, so that it can look very nice. I'll clear away all this. I'm not interested in the rest. So you can see it looks really nice. Nice. Okay, so that one too, we have our visual. That visual is also ready. Then you go back to when you go back to this thing, it says that the next one is that casualties by geographical area. Yeah. Now, if when you go to our data set to know that we have geographical area, okay, where we have the whether there it was um urban or rural area. So we have the urban area and then the rural area. So that one too, we want to look at it. We want to look at that one too. So we just copy our pivot table once again, and then you come and paste. So so a bit like this, and I'll go to design. I'll go to format shape. Once I right click on it, select format shape, and then first of all, I don't want line, so no line. When I'll go to line, deactivate the line. The next is the color. So I want to look out for a different color. Let me see if the deep will be. The deep is too deep. Okay, you can't choose a different color, a lighter one. Okay, I think this is okay. By the way, if you want to, if you don't know which color to use, you can always get colors online using. Once you come online, you just come to this Adobe, that is Adobe color.adobe. Once you come to color.adobe.com, you can get variety of colors you want. You can get variety of colors, and then you pick any of them. So for example, if this color the pattern is okay for me, I'll just click on it. Just click on them, you have all of them. So once you have these colors, okay, you can just copy their hex codes. These codes, the code down there are called the hex code. You can copy any of them and then go and apply. For example, let's assume that this color is nice for me. I'll just copy. Once you click on it, you copy. Then you go back to your analysis. So once I'm here and I want to choose the color, I'll just click on the color tab. Then I'll click on more custom color. Okay. So once you click on the more custom color, I'll do it. Let me do it again. Over here, you see more color. So let me just resize now. Now this is what I have in here again. So with this one too, the same thing. Okay. You have to edit it to make it look good for yourself. So right click and then format shape. The first thing that I want to do is that I don't want the line, so no line. Okay, so I'll remove the line. The no line, the line is the one surrounding it, what you see surrounding, so no line. And then I'll wait with the color first because I want to put it on top. When it comes to, so this one to the same thing, you can see where this dot is. So follow strictly what I am doing. So it's independent. The color, okay. When the color, okay. When it comes to the color of the text, you can just always select everything inside. Then you come and choose in the color. Want to change everything inside. Then you come and choose in the color. Want to change the color to white. So when you come to the line to no line, and then everything will look good like this. So if I want to move, I'll just make sure I select the line. Then I can just use my arrow to just move. Okay. Now the font that I'm using is not compulsory that you should also use the same thing. You can always use a different font that you think is okay for you. Okay. So that is it. So far that is it. And then I want to do another thing. For this one, I want car. It should filter all cars over here for me. Okay. So let me just close this one. All right. Now I have already downloaded one icon. So I'll just go to my device and then go and locate at where it's located on my device. Okay. It's in download. So it's this one. I'll just insert it. It's a PNG. Then I'll resize it and position it at where I want to position it. Good. So that is where I want to put it. The top over here, you would know what you can put over there. One of the things that I want to put over there is I'll duplicate this one. Down, just hold on your control, then you click and drag until you will get to. And then I want to change the color for this one to white. So go to the color, then change it to white. Once you are done, just position it well. You can always use your arrow key to control it how best you want it to be. Okay. So once that I think it's okay for me. Once it's okay for me, I'll just come to the select because there is one behind. I can't select all. I can't just double click to select any of them. Just use this method, and then once it's selected, I would right click to group. Good, and then I'll click on escape key to leave the select mode. That I can now drag and then come and position it at a place where I feel it's okay. It should be. Then just put it there, slightly small one like that. Okay. Now what I want to put over here, things that I want to put over here is this one. When you come to our analysis, we have the casualties by buses or the cars. Okay. So we have all of them together. And then these are the things that I want to put over there. So because these are the things I want to put over here, okay, I'm going to, this is supposed not to be bold. So because these are the things I want to actually put over here, what I will do is that I would create it for all of them. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 in number. We have the agriculture, vehicle, bus, cars, motorcycle, and then others and van. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate this circle to 6. Okay. All right. So it should be okay now. And then there's a way you can just arrange them very well to be whether horizontally or how you want it to be. So So it look like there are many and our space is too small. Let me see if you can put a different thing over there. Okay, since those are the only thing that we have to put there, so we just have to manage it, manage how we are going to arrange them to fit the place for us. Now, if they are too small, because the space is too small for us, you can extend it like this way so that you get more enough space. But I just want the dashboard to fit the screen size, not to go beyond the screen. So we can always create that one. We can do that at the down. Don't worry about where they are. I just once all of them are here, I'll send it backward. Then because this one is on top, I'll just select it, right click, and then I'll send back. Good. So instantly we have all of this. So over here, position them nicely and give them enough space. Okay. So I have enough space. I have enough space. They are set. Um, Good. Now let's select all of them. So just click on one, then you hold your control key and then you click on the rest. Okay. To select all of them. Good. So once you select all of them, you see it's under the same where we are now, shape format now. Then you come to the alignment. So when you come to the alignment, the first thing that we want to do is that we want to align top so that it will align all of them at the top. The top will be aligned. Then the next one is aligned, distribute horizontally. Okay, we want the space between them, all of them should be equal. Okay, so you just distribute horizontally, and then once that is distributed horizontally, we can just leave it this way, or we can even group them if you want. If you want to group them, you can group all of them together. So I want to group them so that they won't be moving. And if I move one, all of them will move together so that I won't come back and be doing align together or whatever. Good. So now they are all grouped together. If you also want to group with the down one too, you can select the new group again and select this one as well so that you still group all together again. Now everything is grouped. Alright. So this is what we have. And then what we want to do is that we want to create a text box. And with this text box, we are going to write the name as and others over here. So this is what we want to do. We come to the insert, then we click on text, select the text box. Okay, so the first one, okay, the first one we go back to our table. We have the agriculture van, okay, agriculture vehicle. Okay, so we don't want to write something very long, so you can just pick the agriculture vehicle. You can just always type type only agriculture van. You can short it over here. So we have a agriculture van. So that okay. Let's not use let's use agriculture vehicle. select, we want to use the same Georgia, and then click 10. Move it to the top. Okay. The next is bus. So I'll just copy this. Control C, Control V. So I'll do that like that. So that I can position all of them where I want to position them. Good. So with this one too, I can select all of them. Come to the shape format, select, okay, align top, good. And then it's okay, it's only the top that we want. So we will do the rest very well, do the formatting very well. Okay, the van doesn't represent well, so let me just short it. All right. Then I'll do text format. Now format, I'm going to do my formatting very well. I don't want any line, and I don't want also any field. So the same thing over here. No field, no line. Okay, so let's look at the number. We have the bus, the car. We have, so this one, just type everything. So this is for bus, this is for cars, and then motorcycle, others, and van. So motorcycle. So let me put the van first, and then this one we have others. So once these ones are also set, the next thing we do is that I'll duplicate this. I'll also do Control C, Control V, and then I'll position it very well. These ones, this text box will be for the values, that is the numbers. So position it in a such a way that, and then I'll delete everything inside. All right. So once my cursor is here, I'll select it. And then I'll come and click on the formula bar. So once I click on the formula bar, I will come to my analysis table, and then I'll pick the value here. So I'll pick the value here and click on. Oh, okay, sorry, it didn't pick. So it should. I don't know what I'm actually doing wrong here. Oh, equal to. Good. So you bring the equal to, and then once I click OK, the number appear here. So it's because I wasn't bringing the equal to, that's why at first it wasn't working. So once it's here, I'll just do formatting. I'll just format it very well. Okay. So let me just format it the way I want to format it. Okay. Choose. Good. Choose the numbers. I will increase the font size a bit. Just increase the font size. Okay. So this should be okay. This should be nice. And then I'll come here, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control. So let me just paste all of them and then see them here. So I would later on change all the values for all of them. Okay. All right. So the same thing, I'll select all of them and then I'll align them very well. But first of all, before I do that, let me just make the changes. Okay. So here I'll come and clear this one. For this one, I'll clear it and then maintain only the equal to. So go to the analysis table. We are for bars. This is for bars. Click OK. Here, clean it again. And then go and locate for. Go to the analysis sheet. Locate for cars. Okay. The same thing. I'll do the same thing here throughout. And then finally others. Good. So what I would do is that I don't want to be formatting all of them one by one. So I would select this one and go and pick. This is called format painter. So I'll select it. Okay. Once I select it, the brush is selected. I'll just use it. I'll click on this one. Then I will do the same thing for all of them. So once you click on it, it's like the formatting has been selected. So it will just apply to all of them. It will just apply the same formatting to all of them. All right. Okay. You can. There is one way that you can do it, that you just be doing it once. Okay. Once you select and you come, you double click. So when you double click, it will just be there like that until you move. It will just be there like that. When you are done, then you just go and deselect it. That is all. So that is also one way. If you don't want to do it one. In fact, doing it one will just take a lot of time. Okay. So with all of these ones, you see some of them has the numbers are long. So I have to go and check it. You have to check all of them, and then if you need to expand it, you expand it very well so that it will all go good. There are a lot of icons that you can always. So 0.3, 1.3, I think 1.3 is okay. So I can now come and put it here. In fact, I think the one is okay. the one will be okay. So you can always use your preference. Okay, just use whatever you think is okay for you. This one it's supposed to be here. Okay, so now when you are here, you can change the color. You can color it. So let me format graphic, and then the solid color, I can always change it to what I want. Okay, good. So it depends on what you want. So you can always change the color to whatever you want. This okay, yeah, this is okay. Let's just assume that the car has the same color throughout. Alright, so the same thing. I will select the van, and then you have motor, motorcycle. So let's see if you get that one to here. Let's see if you get that one to here. Let's just prepare for anything. Let's just assume that we may not get it. So if we don't get it, what do we do? So alright. So uh things are downloaded. I've downloaded. So let's go and pick them up. This one and this one. Let's pick the two of them. Good. So I always find a way around some of these things. Maybe you can even go and download pictures that are so let's set for okay. Alright, so let's continue. So let's search for so now we want to search for one of another icon to represent the agriculture van. And with that, we want to look at something like Okay, so I think this will be okay. Let's download this one. All right. So I think these are all okay. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to focus on the next KPIs, and then you bring them over. With that one, you just put go to shape. Sorry, we are looking at shape, and then so, so this should be okay. You format this one as well. So this one, we just do them quick, quick, quick. No lag. All right. So this one, there is also just a design, and then you can also do whatever you want to do. So I'll do the same thing, and then I'll select all of them. I'll group and then after casualties. and we want to bring the charts here. Okay. So when you come here, I'll delete everything and then I'll clear the formula. Then I'll go to this place. I'm looking for the series. So the same thing here. So use a format printer. Okay. I also bring their charts. The chart for all of them. So copy the horizontal lines. Let's just remove them. We don't want them. And then the bars too. Let's do a quick changes to the bars. So let's look at the size. Hmm, this should be okay. This should be okay. And then let's just copy this again. This shape beneath it and then paste. This shape beneath it and then paste. So that I'll bring it down. And I paste. Now once we are here, we will paste it and do a good formatting. So I decided to remove the line the lines over there. Okay, so this one, let's go to shape formatting. Then format charts. You don't want any field, you don't want any line. And then the bars, you want the bars to change the color of the bars. Okay, this time around, I want to use this color. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is that I want to find a place to put this particular one. And with this one, I'm going to put the two of them now. That is the rural and then the urban. That is by that is casualties by the whether the the geographical area. Okay, so casualties by geographical area. Because when you look at here, they just ask us casualties by geographical area. So you just make it casualty by geographical area. And then you compare, we just do it, we are just doing a comparison ourselves. It's only two, but we want to do, what do you call it? A comparison. Yeah. The two of them, we want to do a comparison for ourselves. So equal to then you get pivot data. So we don't want any border. We don't want any border. And the gap width, we want to reduce it to somewhere, let's say 80%. Good. So the 80% is okay. The 80% is okay. And then we say we want to give it a heading again. We want to give this something heading. And then, so this one, we will say casualty by, because it's too small, we just say casualty by area. You know, to close independent. So casualty by area. So our dashboard is ready. We are left with this space. I intentionally left this space so that we can put a slicer there. Okay, is we can put something, a slicer that will make the dashboard very interactive for us. So I'll copy this one and then So you can't. So all that we need to do right now, what we want to do right here is we want to link everything together so that we can interact with the dashboard. Okay. With this one, it's just static. We've made the dashboard, but it's very static. So what do? We need to find a way to make the dashboard very interactive, that when we click on something, all of them can be able to look at. If you look at it, when I click this are interacting, it's moving. When I click here, it's this one, they are interacting, but the rest are not. So we have to go and connect it later. Okay. All right. So I want to change the name. So this become our final dashboard. This become our final dashboard, as we can see. We Today it's rather unfortunate my network was not really helping me. So I apologize for the network. I really apologize for the network. Okay. So we so you can see that the dashboard is very interactive. If I choose any of these, everything over here, everything on the dashboard changes. If I choose this, you can see the differences. So this would be able to tell a good story. And if you come to the year 2, that's the accident date too, you are seeing differences. The same applies over here. So you can see differences. So, good. So this is our final dashboard as being required. A very good report that we have been able to come up with. Okay. So on this note, we would end here. And this brings us to the end of um, data analysis in Excel. This brings us to the end of data analysis in Excel. Our next class will be data analysis in Power BI. Our next class, we are going to analyze data using Power BI. So we will learn how to use Power BI to analyze data. So see you tomorrow, same time. See you tomorrow, same time. Kindly prepare. If you don't have a Power BI, watch the guide video on the channel and download it and install. If today being is your first time being here, kindly subscribe to the channel. Remember to share this interactive lesson with your friends and anyone who is interested in learning data analytics. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. I greet you all. Bye bye.